And it says I'm live. So I'm going to, let's see if I can copy this stream and stick it over here in Discord as well. And I'm going to just tell my friends I'm live. I'm live for my Han cluster unboxing. If anyone wants to join. And there's the live stream link. And then I'm going to post this on the official Ace Role Playing Games Club channel as well. And yeah, one of the things that I like to do when I see somebody got something cool or something like that, everybody puts hearts where possible. Whatever tool I'm using, I like to put the anatomical heart just because it's funny. I just think of like a wet splut going. And I think it's funny. And I think it's cool that somebody put an anatomical heart in as an emoji. Hey, why not? Okay, let's see here. Just going to go. And I'm just going to tell them, everyone, I'm live unboxing Han cluster for Savage Worlds right now. So technically, I really shouldn't be doing this because I still got my master's papers I'm writing, but I finished one of the courses. I figure I can just take a little bit of time to do this unboxing because I got it and I slid it open and didn't even realize what I had and what was going on until after I'd already opened it. And I was like, oh my. So I didn't pull anything out. I just looked inside, saw packing peanuts and paper. And I was like, I don't remember this being like an Amazon kind of thing or anything like that. So it wasn't. And I have to say that Pinnacle with from Studio 2 and now my friend Tracy Sizemore with her boxing here, she made sure that she did a good job on the packaging. I got to give her that because this is a good thick cardboard. So yes, here is my invoice. And here are the packing peanuts. I think they're those starchy kind that you can put in your mouth and dissolve, but I don't like doing that. Never have. Okay, anyway, so let's pull this out. Without making a mess. That's the trick, isn't it? Okay. And hello to my friends who are watching. Okay, so bubble wrapped all together here is Han Cluster. Now, this is an optimistic science fiction role-playing game, which, frankly, it's like my wife said when I told her that I got this. She goes, oh, wow, that'd be something unique. A role-playing game that's science fiction that's actually optimistic, because most science fiction role-playing games do kind of get into the kind of thing. So also I'm going to post, I forgot to actually hit enter. I do that all the time. I will type up a message and think that I've sent it or emailed it or whatever, and come to find out it's still sitting in my drafts page or whatever, and I'm just like, oops. So if I'm ever supposed to reply to you and I haven't replied to you, well, yeah, just kind of realize, oops, Mason forgot to hit send again. So just be patient with me. And just to let you guys know, I am getting close to being able to, I'm actually getting close to being able to be done with my master's degree. So that means that we are going to be back in the high life again, and I'll be coming on to do more videos and things like that. Now, I hope that, and hey, Doomy, my good buddy John Doom, he's on here. I love this guy. He's one of the best people I know. And yeah, so let's I'm trying to make sure that I just don't use my opener in any direction that's going to go towards the books or towards me, because knife safety, hey, but let's get that. And okay, there's one down here too. The tape is definitely well done on this. So, I don't want to slice myself either. Okay, that should get that tape there. Yep. And one more slice should do it. And ta-da, we're in. Now, I'm excited for this because I've had a couple chances to play this with Tracy Sizemore, the creator, and I have to say this is probably one of my very best, one of my very favorite games that I've played in a long time. And we'll go ahead and I'm gonna start with the core book, and then I'll show you some of the other stuff that's in here too. But they're hardbound, which always makes me happier. Like, if I buy books, I'm buying hardbound books. So that's the kind of person I am. So, okay, let's see here. Move those over there. Okay, here is the core rulebook, and these will proudly go on my Savage Worlds shelf, which is off camera back over there, and it's really nice. But here is the core rulebook for Han Cluster, and oh man, if I guess it's a little washed out. I mean, I could try and get a light up here, but it's not the best light. Actually, I don't even know if that light's even available anymore. I can try this one, see if this one helps get a little bit better lighting. I'm not very... Oh, yeah. Give me a break, huh? So let's see here. Do I have an open USB port on my laptop? That's always the question. Let's see if I can get this. A little bit of lighting and... Oh, okay. I guess I sent the studio link out on this. Is that a little bit better on the lighting? Okay, better. So, okay, is there a... Okay, good. So let's see here. Could somebody paste the link in here? Because apparently the link that I sent was just the studio link, and I have some people that are having a hard time getting on here. But anyway, so let's try that again. Now it's just getting glare from up there. No. Yeah, that's a little bit better. But still, yeah, it's still kind of washed out from the lighting up there. But yeah, there's the cool cover. And this is just a great... It's set in 2653. And one of the things I love about this setting is that you can make sure that the whole party is together. You can always, if your character's not physically with the rest of the party, because say you're on the other side of the galaxy, you can... I can't remember the name of the ability to pop out of your body, basically, and you can send your ghost across your kind of your ghost that's tied into the whole thing. And it's because it's been a while since I played. And sorry there, Tracy. I'm sure I'm slaughtering it, but this is just such... and the pages are so well printed, and they followed, and they got bookmarks in here. They followed kind of what Savage Worlds has been doing. The bookmarking in here is excellent. I mean, as you can see here, the artwork is... Let's see if I can get a good angle. Yeah, look at that artwork. Tracy went all out on this. This is... I mean, this alone would have been worth backing it on Kickstarter. But even better is that there's Transcendence And okay, I guess it's called the Nex. That's what, or the Nexus, or something like that. But anyway, this one is, I guess it's the plot point campaign for Han Cluster. So these are both going retail individually for about $49.99, $44.99, so $45 each, and that's a steal for the book that you're getting on this. Now, in addition to this, I got map packs 1 and 2, and this one's got Core and Tropics Ballroom, so they're reversible. And this one's the Han Cluster itself and Shock Barge. So I don't know what Shock Barge is about yet, but it's going to be cool. And then also, I'll cut these open. Got the archetype cards, which, if you're familiar with Savage Worlds, archetypes are one of the coolest features that Savage Worlds and now Han Cluster has, and that is it's a character on a 3x5 card. These are only $10, so that's a good price. So let's go ahead and get my nifty opener back over here and carefully slit this thing open, because I don't want to cut the cards. And the cool thing is that you could technically take any one of these archetypes and play them in like Rifts or something like this, something like that. But they are specifically meant for Savage Worlds. And shout out to Tracy and group on the quality of the card. It's a good thick, it's a good thick card. It doesn't feel like it might like warp a little bit this way, but it's not going to bend very easily, and that's a good quality on a card. So here's the archetype cards. Angle them into the light. And the archetypes on the front side give you all of your traits and a character picture, but you're not bound by the picture. So you can play this character and not have it be female. Or you got your next diver, you can play this character. And it doesn't matter, because these are just card ideas to give you an idea of the character, but not necessarily have to play that character. So it's really cool. I love that. And these are the campaign cards, which I'm not familiar with this. This is a good idea. Let's take a look here. Let's see if I can just catch the plastic. No, I'm just gonna try it over here. Yeah, there we go. I do like those ones that are like opening a pack of playing cards where they have the ribbon around them. Those are my favorite kind of cards that I've opened in recent openings and stuff. And that's the only thing I don't like about shrink wrap, because I'm always like, can't get it open with my hands. I guess I could bite it and tear it with my teeth, but oh, okay. So this one is a companion to the game and has some powerful allies that you can interact with, like one of the main characters, Haley Preston. She's actually, she's really cool. She's let's see if it's got here in her. Yeah, if I remember correctly, I think that's the character I played when I played in the couple times that I've played with Tracy. But they got the Shock Buddy, Captain Kari Soul, Cheryl Pulse, Captain Deidre Lang, Figgin, Madeline Yule, Lieutenant Gabriel Collins, Vina Cloud, Sergeant Jake Handy, Dispatch Lopez, and Corvo Glantry. And then these ones are the AID cards, which I'm sure I'm going to have to read. I'm sure I'm going to have to read, the core book to get caught up on that, because sorry, I've been kind of doing that master's degree and I haven't had a chance to even read the digital stuff that I got. But here's some shift intensity cards. And I'll just run through those archetypes real quick, because I just realized I didn't do that when I was looking at the other ones. So there's a synthetic courtesan, the next diver, the next technician, a Neo-Nexian monk, a pilot. Incidentally, I like this pilot picture. There's one in another set that I have that I don't like as much as this one. And field scientist, a next hacker, an endemic cadet, and a Draxel trapper. So yeah, that's the set that came in the box. That's the set that I got because I backed it on Kickstarter, and I have to say I'm incredibly well pleased with this. I love the quality that I got in the books and the maps, and I really look forward to running this in about 3 to 6 months. So I want to just open it up to you guys for a minute. If you have any questions or anything like that, now that I've got the lighting fixed. Did you guys have anything you wanted to ask here? Oh yeah, Starbreaker is one of the best settings out there as well. I love that one. I am a nut for sci-fi. I think most of all, it's like Dorothy for Scarecrow, or I missed you most of all too, Scarecrow kind of thing. I like sci-fi a lot. I enjoy fantasy. Don't get me wrong. I've played a lot of fantasy. I've read a lot of fantasy. I took 2 semesters of Tolkien in college. So, it's fun. But I am a nut for sci-fi first and foremost. Yeah, exactly, Demi. Oh yeah, no, I agree with you there. The archetypes are great page size too, and they ran it at a local con, and it looked pretty amazing, huh? Well, that's really cool. I'm glad to see that as a matter of fact, I share a birthday with the amazing person who created Starbreaker, so that's pretty cool. He's a good guy, good friend of mine. I think he's one of the best people I know. And well, I that's the great thing about it. This community has brought me in contact with great people. And that's part of the reason why I have Ace Role Playing Games Club and all the other things that I do, is because I got introduced to the best community over my years of playing. And it kind of makes me feel sad, and even it has hurt my feelings before when people have accused me of being part of the toxic part of role playing, when I'm like, no, this is the one place where it doesn't matter what you believe or what you don't believe or what you feel and what you don't feel. What matters is we're here to play at the table together. We're all friends here because we're all telling a great story together. And that's what Han Cluster is going to give me a chance to do. So that's part of the reason why I love things like that. I mean, I've got a few other books back over there on the left side on the shelf. There are other games and things like that. And I have to say, hugs right back to you there, Dewey. And I have to say that I love role-playing games because of that. I've loved the Savage Worlds community because of how accepting and nice they've been to me as I've gotten into it over the years. And yes, right now I am kind of a one drum beater, one stick, and I only have Savage Worlds in my quiver right now, but I'm going to relearn Mage the Ascension because I think that was one of my favorite systems back when I was about 30 years ago. Oh, yeah. No, I played it in a Kinder Mage. I played that in with Tracy online in an online game at a convention. One of the few last I think one of the last Halloween sessions. So that would have been not this year, obviously, or even last year. I think it was 23. But whenever I played it with Tracy, it was absolutely fabulous. It was one of the best games that I'd ever played, and I got in kind of late, and so that's why I ended up with the robot girl, and she was fun. She was a fun character to play, and I definitely leaned into her. But that's part of what I do is I definitely I believe in leaning into characters and trying to play to that character as much as possible. I mean, there are many different kinds of players, but I'm definitely one of those ones who likes to help the character bring the story to life. And I think actually I've played with both of you guys, and my lovely wife. Um, oh, okay, yeah, I think I might have played part of that PPC as well. Yeah, Tracy just did an amazing job with this. She really pulled out the stops, and I cannot praise her work on this enough because and it's like I said at the outset, it's good to have an optimistic role playing game because I mean I love Dune. I've got it over on the shelf, but Dune certainly is not optimistic. Neither is Alien. Neither is just a lot of those things. I mean, even the somewhat whimsical looking Tales from the Loop moves into um Electric Land or Electric Dream. I can't remember what it is, but it kind of goes kind of dystopian. And that's a lot of places where a lot of people go with sci-fi is dystopia. And not that it's a bad thing. I mean, I thoroughly enjoy playing Fallout 4 or Deadlands Hell on Earth or and that was one of the cool things about teaching Savage Worlds to the teenagers. 2 summers ago, yeah, it was last year's summer. I taught a young man who was 13, and I taught him how to game master. As soon as we got done, he looked at me and said, "Could I run Fallout with this?" I said, "Yes, you could," and he did. He picked it up and he wrote his own Fallout setting. I helped him with a few of the rules and stuff like that, but he wrote his own Fallout setting and ran a whole campaign with it. And that lasted from mid to end of the summer when he finally got back in school and was just like, I don't have time to do this anymore. I don't know what he's talking about. But that was one of the things that I really enjoyed about teaching the gaming community and helping to build the gaming community here in my local ACE club. Now, I am actually in the process of upgrading ACE and making it a larger than just me thing. I'm trying to move it beyond the founder stage and move it into an actual full-blown community building thing that can be at all the game stores and can be part of after school programs and just anywhere that there are teenagers who want to play a role-playing game, the club will be there for them. And as part of that, I'm actually going to build a council, and I'm going to move the responsibility and the mistakes that I'm making by myself onto a larger group. So maybe we'll make fewer mistakes because there'll be better and smarter brains than mine that'll be part of the whole group, and together we can make good decisions for them. So if you know somebody to suggest to me, go ahead and direct message me, and I'll reach out and try and get some vetting going, because I would like to see Ace Role Playing Games clubs expanding and serving as many teenagers as possible. So that's kind of the unofficial announcement of, hey, we are going to expand this thing. But ultimately, like I said, Han Cluster, definitely worth the purchase. Even at full price, this is worth the purchase. And I know that I got better than full price because of backing it on Kickstarter. And it's so worth doing. And if you're not sure what game to try and run, reach out to me. If you'd like some pointers or tips that I can provide, I mean, I know that Doomy and Kindermage they're much better game masters than I could be, and they have some really good ideas. And if I don't know the answer, I'm more than glad to reach out to them. But I want to thank you guys for joining me for this brief live cast. And I want to say that you guys are the best. And I know that this won't be the last live cast, that's for sure, but it'll be the last one for this year, because I most likely, unless I get another box of something, but it'll probably be the last one for this year, because I still got to finish up that master's degree. And it's awesome seeing you again too. And oh yeah, and then there's my Lavy Bean. She's one of the amazing ones. And I know that I have some great friends out there, and I've made some great friends because you guys really do look for the good in people. And I hope that I've been looking for the good in everyone who's seen this before and everyone else who's watching it now, or seen that before, but seen this video since I made the live cast. And I want to just thank you all from the bottom of my heart for being part of this live cast tonight for who showed. And thank you all for being my friends and for helping me to bring some great stories into the world, things that will always be part of my heart. So thank you all. And I will catch you all on the next stream or in the next video. And there's more dad jokes coming, definitely. And there's something that I finally made a thing that's common for all the times I do the dad jokes. And I'll give an extra pretend Benny to anybody who can figure that one out. So I will talk to you guys all a little bit later, and you have a wonderful evening.